Let's talk real quick about percentages, okay? And when you're setting your buy orders, what percentage chance you have of actually making real trades. So if we scroll out on the 1 hour chart, you can see right here that there are three very distinct bases, 1, 2, and 3. Realize that this is a big base, a major base with a 90% chance of success. If you trade on this base, like, the chances of you making money are massive. All right, so any order that you put in here is going to have 90% chance of success. If you go in here, then that's going to be an 80% chance of success. And if you put a little bit right here, that's maybe a 50-50 chance. So here's what might happen if you trade this chart. So first of all, it might come down. Actually, let's do this in red, yeah. It might do something like this. And then as soon as it comes there, so your buy order goes off, it might sort of, at that point, you have two choices, right? 2%, two options. It's either going to come back here, or it's going to drop further, right? I was going to do something like that. So what are the chances of each? Well, like I said, this one here, maybe about 50% chance that it'll do this, and about 50% chance that it'll come down here. Now, obviously, after it goes up on this green one, there's another possibility that it'll come down, which is totally fine. But let's consider the fact that it might not bounce, and it comes down here. And now, what are the chances of it doing what's the next step that it could do? What's the next thing that it could do after this? Again, there's only really two options. It's gonna definitely bounce back here, and the chances here are like 90%. Or let's even say 80%, right? Because this could be a massive crash. Yeah, something like that. So 80% chance of bouncing up. Definitely coming back here. If it came straight down here, and then now it's trying to, and you put an order here and it never bounced, if it went through this entire thing here, then what might happen next is, it might just consolidate a little, and then it'll come back here. All right, so it'll come back here probably. What are the chances? Maybe 60%, 80%, something like that. Who knows? It's probably going to do that, right? I mean, if it wants to go up, if it's Ethereum, I mean, is it going to crash? Probably not. It's probably going to go up. So, finally we have the third option, which it might just bypass everything and just crash like that, right? It could do something like that. And as you saw before, it did something similar. Like, here was a base, and it just... But you see how there's little bounces in between? Like, see how it came down and came back up, and it came down and came back up. So that's generally what's going to happen. That's why I said, it's going to come down and come back up, and then come down and come back up, and then come down and come back up. That's just how it works. So, yeah, there's a chance, like a very small chance, and what's the chances of this happening? 99. Oh, let's not. I don't even. This is like a 1% chance of this happening. Less than 1%. Over here, this is like 5% chance of this happening. No, it's not a 5%. Isn't it 50? It's like 50% or something. This thing here, this is a 99% chance of bouncing right here. I mean, the chances of this happening like this is just so small that, that's why Making money in the stock market is very easy. 99% chance of it bouncing back off of this. So, I mean, it's so easy to buy. It's so clear what you have to do. You just buy here, and you buy here, and you buy here. And what are the chances of you making all this money? So now you're thinking, well, hey, I put money in here. You know, is it ever going to come back there? Well, it'll probably consolidate a bit and come back here. And then if it hasn't even bounced over there yet, it'll probably consolidate a bit and come back here. So that's what's going to happen if it goes down. You know? So I don't know, you know, if you're trying to make money, it's so clear. The chances of success, when you just layer out your buys like this, you just put a little bit here, it's 50-50 chance. You put more here, you know, because that's an 80% chance, so that's a really good chance. And here, I mean, you could go all in. I mean, what's stopping that? What's stopping this from bouncing? Just terrible news? Is Ethereum just gonna blow up? Is there a virus? You know, what's gonna cause Ethereum to just die with no bounce? The chances of you making this profit here, which is insane, right? Like, how much was the profit? 35%? Hold up. I'm not sure how to make this work. There. Yeah, I think it was like 25%. So you give them 25% on your money, on your entire account down here. 25%. Now this is interesting. Notice how the biggest percentage of profit, 25%, has a 99% chance of success. This big 25% gain has a 99% chance of success. This gain right here is only 10%, and it has an 80% chance of success. This little small thing is about 5% and has a 50% chance. So, do you see how the gains are smaller when the chances of success are smaller? And the gains are bigger when the chances of success are bigger. Isn't that like exactly the opposite of how most traders trade in the stock market? Like, they think that, you know, they have like a 60% chance to make a massive profit, 60% chance to make something a big amount of profit, and then a 40% chance of losing, you know, a couple thousand or something. So like, I don't know, like, that's generally like the odds that you think would be the best in the stock market. Like 60% chance of winning, you know, 40% chance of winning. No way, dude. You can see right here, this happens every time. Like, we can go back into the past and you'll see the exact same thing happen. I mean, you could just even look at the pattern real quick. Like, look, it always bounces back. Always bounces back. Like, that's just the way support and resistance works. But I've never seen anybody talk about this except one guy. Interesting. 99% chance of success, 25% chance of gains. Let's make the gains. Oops. 25% chance, or $25, 25%. This one, 10%. This one, oh, sorry, this one was 15%. No, it was 10. It was 10. 10%, and this one was like 5%. 50% chance of success for 5%. 80% chance of success for 10%. And 99% chance for 25%. How could you lose money? How could you lose money trading stocks? I don't know. It's just a mystery to me.